Most scientists and philosophers take the first path and claim that truth is the result of our efforts to verify what we believe by gathering knowledge that supports what we already tend to believe. Theology generally claims that truth exists outside of what we may perceive is true, and knowledge is revealed to us from external sources, through our spirit, to our conscience, our mind, and our heart. This is in contrast with whatever physical observations we might have. This may sound simple and irrelevant, but the difference is profound. An example of this actually happened for me at a holiday family dinner. I made a casserole for the meal, and one of my family members, who was particular about ingredients, tasted it and told everyone at the table that I must have used a lot of sugar because it was sweet. I told them that that was actually not the case, but the reason it tasted sweet was because of the sweet potatoes I had put in the dish, and there was no sugar added at all. So, is the truth about why the casserole tastes sweet better determined by the observation of the person who thought they tasted sugar? Or is the truth better determined by the claim of the one who actually made the casserole? Well, evidently the cook would know for sure, right? So we realize that knowing what is true about the casserole is best determined by the claims of the cook, who is the originator of the dish, assuming, of course, that the cook is trustworthy. Because we can never forget how important the trustworthiness of the originator is in helping us to know what is true, let's look at this principle in a slightly more complex way. Say, with relationships, how do we determine if someone really loves you? Is it more important to you to believe a certain person loves you based on observable evidences that you gather that verifies their love? Or is it more important to you to be convinced of their love for you as it is revealed by them to your heart in more unobservable ways? As we have said before, you need both this eido knowledge, which is verifiable evidences, and this gnosis knowledge, which is the internal convictions of your heart. Working together, they arrive at a trustworthy conclusion. But the question I'm asking here is, which is more important to you? Looking at love this way makes it seem that you have two options. Either it's more important to you to trust your feelings that come from your experiences with this person, or it's more important to you to trust that the person loves you and your feelings line up with your faith that they love you, even if at times it doesn't look that way. It really comes down to this question: which relationship would you consider to be more valuable? Where you can trust the love of the other person based on evidences of behavior, or where you can trust that the other person loves you even when the evidence may suggest otherwise?